What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wager Zone podcast, and we're back for another week of Dana White's Contender series, guys. This is week 6, I believe, or it's week 7. I've got to double check on that. Don't quote me on week 6, as it might be week 7. But yeah, guys, let's go and get right into this breakdown. Let's go and make some money on this MMA card, guys. It's going to be Rose. Oh my gosh, Rose, don't let me butcher her name, Conceicao versus Alexia Thaynara. And I'm going to be taking Rose in this one, guys. I think Rose is going to end up being the better striker. I think she's the better grappler. I think the only way Alexia wins this fight is if she takes the fight to the floor and wins by submission. But I do think Rose has good takedown defense. I think Rose has a good grappling game. She has way better striking, in my opinion. So I do think she's going to be able to keep the fight on the outside and just land strikes from the outside, like jabs, moving around the outside, landing straight left hands, just landing kicks to the leg. I think she's going to end up as outclassing Alexia. So yeah, guys, I'm going to be taking Rose on the money line, but also I'm going to be adding the over 2.5 in this fight to a 3-leg parlay. I'll let you guys know who I'm going to be adding that over 2.5 with in the 3-leg parlay, guys, but that's what I'm going to be doing in this fight. I'm going to be taking Rose, I think it's Conceicao. I'm not even going to try to say her name again, guys. But yeah, I'm going to be taking Rose on the money line and the over 2.5 in this fight. But I'm going to be adding that over 2.5 to a 3-leg parlay. It's going to be the second leg of that 3-leg parlay. I'm going to be putting the over 2.5 in the women's fight. I'm going to be taking Kevin Vallejos in this one, guys. I think Kevin Vallejos is just a way better fighter than him, like all around. I think he's going to be able to outstrike him. I think he's going to be able to out-grapple him. I think the only way Cam Teague wins this fight is if Cam just lands a very hard strike. But his striking is very wild. Like, he throws looping strikes. He comes in with his head very straight, doesn't move his head very much. I think Kevin Vallejos is going to be able to land one of those hard strikes and knock him out clean, like cold, or he's going to just take him down and ground and pound and finish him. Cam Teague, I shown that his takedown defense is not really there, so if Kevin Vallejos wants to make this fight easy on him, he could just take this fight to the ground and just win this fight via ground and pound. But I do think Kevin Vallejos is going to try to go for the highlight reel knockout, and that's what I think he's going to end up getting. So give me Kevin Vallejos by knockout, and I'm going to be adding him to the second leg of that parlay, guys. Next fight is going to be Francisco Mazzeo taking on Kevin Christian, and I'm going to be taking Francisco in this one, guys. I think Mazzeo is just a better fighter. I've watched him a lot in Cage Warriors. I feel like I've watched almost all of his fights in MMA. Kevin Christian has decent takedowns. His striking is very wild, and he leaves his chin right up in the air, so I do think Francisco is going to be able to land one of those hard shots to win this fight by knockout. I see a lot of people on Tapology are taking Kevin Christian, and I kind of get why. I see that he has good jiu-jitsu and he has decent striking, but I just think Francisco Mazzeo has the better power, and then Kevin Christian doesn't move his head. So I think if Francisco lands on him, he's going to end up knocking him out. And also, I don't think Kevin Christian is going to be able to get this fight to the floor. Mazzeo has shown to me that he has decent takedown defense in Cage Warriors, and all of his fights in Cage Warriors have been against decent competition, guys. So give me Francisco to win this fight. I think he's going to end up winning the fight by knockout, and I'm going to be taking the dog on the money line on this one, guys. This one's going to be Daniel Funza taking on Vadim Kutsy, and I'm going to be taking Vadim in this one, guys. He is a minus 200 favorite at the moment. The line went from minus 240 to minus 200. Now I think it's jumping around that area at the moment, but I'm going to be hopping on him. I do think this is probably going to be the most competitive fight of the night, so I'm not going to be putting too much of an investment in it, because I do think both these fighters have decent striking. If Daniel Funza tries to take this fight to the floor, he's not going to be able to. Vadim has really good takedown defense, and also I think he might actually take this fight to the floor. And if this fight's going to go to the floor, in my opinion, I think Vadim is the one that's going to be able to take the takedowns. He has really good leg kicks. He's very patient, and he lands leg kicks in the first round, and then he tries to make it to where you can't feel your calf anymore, and then you just can't move around. And I do think he's going to end up getting the knockout, either ground and pound and landing a very hard straight right hand after he lands a lot of leg kicks, and where Daniel can't even move around as much, because Daniel Funza is more of a guy that keeps his movement on the outside, tries to land some hard strikes from the outside, but after I think he gets kicked in the leg many times, I don't think he's going to be able to move as much, and he's going to end up getting caught himself. So yeah, guys, on the money line, give me Vadim on Kutsy on this one, but I'm not going to be having too much investment in this, because like I said, I think it's going to be the most competitive fight. So yeah, guys, my pick's going to be Vadim, and I'm going to be having a small wager on this one. This is going to be the third leg of the parlay, and he is a minus 700 favorite at the moment, and money keeps coming in on him. It's Bailey Schoenfelder taking on I think it's Danilo Vitskovichin. Oh my gosh, that last name. But I'm just gonna call him Danny, guys. I'm gonna call him Danny, guys. But I think Bailey Schoenfelder is gonna be able to knock him out. Danny has fought a lot of low-level competition. Like, if you see his record, he's fought guys that have like a 12-63 record. It's like, why are you still fighting if you lost 63 fights and only won 12? But that's besides me, guys. He's like, my point is, he's fought a lot of low-level competition in Ukraine. He's a very hard striker, but he lands a lot of looping strikes against very low-level competition. Bailey has actually fought way better competition, and he has very knockout power himself. I do think this is going to be a banger, and someone's probably going to get knocked out in the first round, but I'm going to be taking Bailey as the third leg of that parlay with the over 2.5 in the women's fight and Vallejos. I just think he's the better fighter. He probably hits harder, in my opinion, and he's more polished. He's fought the better competition. So give me Bailey Schoenfelder on the money line as that third leg of the parlay, guys. And all right, guys, that is it for Dana White's Contender Series this week. Hopefully we cash all of our bets this week, guys. We've historically been doing well on the Dana White's Contender Series. We've only had one bad week so far, so hopefully we keep this shit rolling. I want to make more money for you guys on this MMA. We're coming off a big MMA weekend this past weekend. This week we're going to have a lot of MMA coming at you again. So like I always say, guys, if you guys are still here listening to this video, click that like button. Also, guys, click a comment button. Let me guys know how you guys been doing on your bets. Let me guys know what bets you guys are going to be making on this Dana White's Contender Series for this week. And also, guys, click that subscribe button. It helps me a lot generate more people here. Also, with the like, it helps me generate more people here. So click that subscribe button. Don't miss out on any of our MMA events coming up forward. And all right, guys, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow posting more bets. See